Hello and welcome back to Starfox Adventures, and in this part we are exiting out of the well after successfully grabbing the white grub tub for the Queen Earthwalker.
Yeah!
Yes. Now, a good portion of this game is, go here, fetch this, and then interact with more NPCs. But I actually feel as though that this game handles that, very much in line to how other Zelda games do it, hence why we call this the Beginner's Not Zelda.
I feel it would be unfairly... Well, I don't know. Is it fair to deconstruct the genre that far that... Can't you wouldn't that be the same as breaking down every game as go here, do this, go here, do that?
The issue that I have with putting criticism on it against Star Fox Adventures is that that's really a majority of the core gameplay loop. It is, go to this area, explore a little bit around, interact with the NPCs, solve the limited puzzles, then leave.
And ladder climbing.
Lots of ladder climbing.
See, they vary shit up. They even have a crawl through the whole section.
Yes, much like Wind Waker. Evil flying lizard thing.
Tricky, we're going somewhere safe. This is not fun.
More blue grub tub.
Yeah,
Alright, so whilst we are, feeding our pet Tricky the dinosaur, what has Cloud been up to recently?
Well, I had picked up from the library and have begun reading We the Living by Ayn Rand. It's one of her first books ever published in the U.S.
Does it have the same political agenda that Atlas Shrugged has?
It's funny you mention Atlas Shrugged. I'm noticing a lot of parallels between Kira Argunov and Dagny Taggart. Probably because they're both based on Ayn Rand's actual personality. She was a very strange lady.
Did she like video games more than other people?
Well, she probably lived long enough to see video games. She lived into the 1980s.
So she would have seen the start of the Nintendo era, but that would have been.
I think so. I think Alfred Hitchcock missed the first Mario games, but I think Ayn Rand might have maybe caught those in the corner of her eye.
Alright, we are in this part of Thorntail Hall because you'll notice our staff is glowing. What we need to do here is to hit this fire blast, then this fire blast, then the other two corresponding fire blasts. I believe there's a timer there, I'm not entirely sure. But it opens up this hole.
Into the sacred column.
The second staff energy upgrade.
Yay. So now we have even more staff energy?
Yep. Now, technically, the staff energy upgrades are not required, but you kind of need at least one in order to get through the game. I'm not entirely sure if you need the second one, and I know for a fact you don't need the third one, considering how late in the game you can fucking get the third one. Ugh.
Otherwise, you would be at the mercy of energy drops.
Well, not energy drops per se, but lack of energy in general.
Well, are there any abilities that you wouldn't be able to use unless you got an upgrade?
No. All of the abilities, well, I'm pretty sure that you can use all the abilities with the base amount of energy that you have. I just think that one of the upgraded versions of an ability that we don't have would, just consume your entire meter. Which is kind of sad considering how the whole reason why you get the upgraded version of that ability is to take down an enemy that you can't otherwise deal with.
Right. So, in other words, having lots of energy speeds the game up.
Yes. More blue grub.
But it doesn't make it easier to grab fleeing mushrooms.
Or Boffin Dods.
Well, I haven't seen any Boffin Dads lately.
We just picked one up. There you are, Miss Queen Earthwalker.
Thank you, Fox.
You do speak English.
Well, no, we have the translator.
Yeah.
Enough of the thanks. Now I need some help from you. Can you just tell me what's going on?
This is all the work of General Scales. He is the ruler of the Sharp Clore tribe. And
why is it called Clore? It's clearly Claw.
Always wanted to rule Dinosaur Planet.
It's because the voice actress sounded so queenly that they just didn't have the heart to make her say it again.
And defeated our army at the Krazoa Palace.
Right, a bad guy. But how did the planet get in such a mess?
Within the Krazoa Palace, he broke the seals of the Force Point temples.
I'm listening.
Kind of.
This planet is rich with a magical force. A force so strong that it is continually pushing our world apart. To stop this, 4 Spellstones were placed inside the Force Point temples.
Great,
Okay,
techno magic.
That's a bit weird, but I understand.
With the seals broken, Scales entered the temples and removed the Spellstones.
But
With
why?
nothing to hold back the magic force, the planet was torn apart.
At last, it all makes sense.
Kinda.
So, the bad guy takes the Spellstones, your planet falls apart, and I've got to find the Spellstones and bring them back to the Force Point temples.
See, Mom? I told you he was good.
When did he say that?
Starfox, yeah.
My son will remain with you.
It's okay, Tricky.
For only a dinosaur of noble birth can breathe life into the Spellstone.
We never see him do that.
I like how he does that princely little
Don't you
strut.
think he's a bit young? I mean, it's gonna be very dangerous. Loads of bad guys, fighting, death.
He knows the planet well.
How?
And I'm sure he's shown you his sidekick skills.
Oh, yeah.
Remember all of those sea abilities?
Come on, Fox. We'll make a great team.
Okay, but if you mess up just once, I'll send you straight back to Mommy.
Okay, yeah.
Good. Now, our spies have indicated that Scales was last seen in Dark
How did they
Knight's
get you
mine.
this message?
I know the gatekeeper, Garunda Tay, a silly fellow, but he can guide you to the Spellstone. Go back to the Snowhorn Wastes and find him.
Got it.
And Fox, I think you'll need this. The
It's a
Sharp Claws
MacGuffin.
dropped it when they attacked me. Maybe it'll come in use somewhere.
Okay, enough already. Can I just get on with it?
And with
Yes.
this, we have successfully acquired
Da-da-da-da.
a Sharp Claw prison key.
Prison key.
Yes. Don't worry, we're not actually unlocking a prison with it. We're unlocking a single shackle. But yeah, we gotta head over back to the Snowhorn Waste to find out where this Garunda Tay fellow is.
He's a woolly mammoth.
Now, yes, the woolly mammoth that was yelling at us earlier. We're picking up some bomb spores because we will need them after we. I don't remember if we actually. No, we missed all of them.
Damn it.
Huh.
It's alright, try again.
I don't know if we actually need any bomb spores while we're actually on Dark Ice Mines, but yeah, I want to know how the hell the royal spies actually got a message back to the Queen Earthwalker, because Dark Ice Mines is one of the segments floating in fucking space. And once we get to Dark Ice Mines, you'll notice a significant lack of Earthwalker presence there.
What if... Well, how... Did the game ever describe how long it took for the planet to fall apart like this?
No, but to be perfectly honest, it can't have been more than about a year, given how fast we fixed the shit.
So my guess is the order of events is like this. The Sharp Claws invaded Thorntail Hollow, attacked the Queen Earthwalker, incapacitated her, kind of, and then removed the Spellstones. But so before,
Oh God, no.
okay, well I'm saying there had to have been a moment when the spies had a chance to talk to her before Dark Ice Mines repelled from the rest of the planet.
But given how the Sharp Clore tribe is treated, it's very unlikely that any of the Sharp Clore tribe members are actually spies for the Earthwalker Kingdom.
Always treat your spies well. That is the art of war.
Kind of. I mean, we don't actually see. And one of the problems that the game actually has in general is that despite there being like several distinct factions, none of them really get built up that much. They have very strict stereotypes, but no actual, development.
I think that's forgivable. Sharp Claw are the bad guys, everybody else are the good
It's
guys.
very forgivable, but it hurts the world-building aspect quite a bit. Because there's clearly a political system in place that involves multiple ruling factions, and yet, we don't really get to we interact with all of them, but we don't really, get to learn anything about the culture here.
You learn some things about the culture. For example, you can tell there's a strong difference between the Thorntails and the Lightfoots. You can tell there's a strong difference between the Thorntails and the Snowhorns.
Not really. The Thorntail is actually the tribe that we get to learn the least about. They're literally just here in Thorntail Hollow mulling about. They don't actually do anything for the story.
Right. So they're peaceful.
Stay.
They're peaceful, sure, but they're peaceful to a detriment except the one guy that isn't.
Well, maybe that's just their problem. They're too nice. Too lazy.
But even if you talk to the Thorntails, it's not like that they're actually being too nice to you specifically. It's just that they're not being useful. They're being tutorial NPCs for the most part, which is good for the players certainly, but it's pretty shit development for the world.
I think
especially when we already have an excuse to have a tutorial NPC in the form of Crystal Staff AI.
Energy. Fire.
Yes, energy. Fucking up with the controls. I hate how sensitive and inaccurate the Fire Blast controls actually are.
Maybe everybody in the world is so inept because they've already given up on saving the planet.
But they haven't though. As we'll come to meet and see later on. There are specific individuals in factions attempting to rescue the planet from scales. They're just not being very successful at it.
Well, how about the complication of pieces of the planet falling off from the core and then separating all the tribes?
Well, that's the thing. The tribes aren't actually separated during that. A majority of the populations of each of the tribes are actually on those separated pieces of the planet.
The Sharp Clore have imprisoned me in this infernal cave. If you can bring me frostweeds, I'll be strong enough to get myself out. Perhaps the young prince can help you. Hurry, boy.
That's Garundate, isn't it?
Yes, this is Garundate. But he has become trapped in an ice lake formed by the Sharp Claw.
We're gonna clobber you!
Now, this is technically a combat and puzzle segment. It's one of the best uses of this that I have ever actually been a part of. What you need to do here is have Tricky with his Find command. You take the Frostweeds over to Garunda whilst you're beating the fuck out of the Sharp Claws. I think you need to do a total of this cycle 4 times.
Yeah.
Because Fox himself cannot actually direct the Frostweeds. He can try to, but he can't actually do anything with it, and he can't pick them up either.
And he needs the young prince to help out.
Yeah, roundhouse kick. Oh, and you can use your staff spells in combat too. Not that they're actually all that useful, aside from one that we'll be getting a bit later.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to point a flamethrower when the enemy's right in front of you.
Especially because the hitbox on Fire Blast is kind of shit. There we go. We have successfully rescued Garundate.
Flee, you cowards!
Ah, the young prince. Who is this with you?
This is my friend Fox McCloud.
I would like to apologize for the artifact on the sound. It has to do with the fact that there's a lot of goddamn fur textures on the Snowhorns.
Wait, so the game...
So I'm playing it, so my frame rate drops during these segments.
Oh my god.
It is my duty as a gatekeeper to guard the land from which a spellstone is forged.
I don't know why I'm the only one doing this.
Really, this whole contingency planning is something we never thought of.
Allow him to take the spellstone back into the sacred land, or he would destroy my tribe. I could not risk the safety of the entire planet, so I refused to help.
Like a decent person.
My daughter did not think this way.
Like a stupid
So
person.
to save the tribe, she opened the gateway herself.
Why did I teach her the ability to do that?
Well, it's so that when he dies of old age, then she can be the gatekeeper.
Dishonored me. A you must search for the Spellstone within Dark Ice Mines and return it.
Why
to
is the Ice Stone
volcano
just supposed to go to the
Force
fire
Temple.
area?
Only then will the Spellstone's power be returned.
And in the next
I
part,
will open the gate.
he will open the gateway.
Well, not actually, he's doing that now. But in the next part, we will travel to Thorntail Hollow.